Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for coming in again to part 2 of the Chain of Memories watch party with me and Josh. If you missed it, please go check out yesterday's episode where we went through all of Sora's story and where I gave a little extra basis as to why this series is a short watch party instead of a let's play. Again, thank you all for coming around and watching this, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
Floating in a void.
Where am I?
And this similarly takes place right after the end of the first game too, right?
Stay asleep.
Yeah, so I'll kind of explain that now. So Riku, he's going through like the basements, and he's making his way up to the ground floor. And if you kind of imagine that both Sora and Riku were on the ground floor going up, Sora is always like three to four floors ahead of Riku. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Even though he's on the basement floors.
Yeah. Okay.
Making his way up to the ground floor. Sora is always like 3 to 4 floors ahead of him.
Okay. Now I'm good.
And by the way, I'm fairly certain this is the realm of darkness that he's in.
Okay.
Still, from KH1.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Who's there?
You should remain asleep. Here, between light and dark.
Between what? Oh! Huh? The king! Where's the king? Together we close the door to darkness. After that?
You came drifting here by yourself. You did not have the strength to overcome the darkness. Or
Prepare for lots of talk
maybe
about
you were
darkness.
close to it.
As if I'm some kind of demon.
Turn from the light. Shut your eyes. Here, blanketed by the darkness, sleep is safety. Sleep is eternal.
Sounds like a trick to me.
But
It's a pyramid scheme.
What's this?
it is a door to the truth. Take it and your sleep ends as you take the first step toward the truth. But know this, the truth will bring you pain. Will you still go? There is no return to the security of sleep.
This seemed like a boring place to take a nap anyway.
That was very well said, Riku.
Sounds like something you would say.
Oh yeah. Riku is kind of cocky like that. So this is kind of like, it's not really important, but like you can kind of see in the background how it's just a wall.
Yeah.
It's because he's on the very lowest basement. There's no entryway like there was in Sora's story.
Yeah.
Because he's down at the very bottom of the castle,
Okay. Makes sense.
below the ground floor.
I didn't predict that that would be the thing for these.
A door to the
Or
truth.
for Riku's
huh?
part is in the basement. As opposed to
Yeah.
just traversing the same floors by technicality.
Yeah.
I love the music to Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, that's good.
What you see is not real. It's the world of your memory. Go through the whole spiel that Sora went through.
Pretty much.
And that nonsense.
Except just from Riku's perspective.
Yeah. You've seen everything here before. Yes. This was when my brain was not broken but blown. Playing the first game, it was just like, whoa, this place is cool. Ordinarily. Very vague term in this circumstance.
Riku has no enemies memories to meet.
Oh, true.
Voice.
Voice. I'm talking to you, voice. Maleficent gave me this room. Back when Riku was a wee little, not idiot boy, but very, got caught up in
Naive.
something he didn't know.
Yeah.
He got caught up in a real pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
There's nothing but heartless in this castle. I know you're watching. Explain this. Do you want to see them? Something tells me I don't, but... just because I'm a very hesitant soul. All in the pursuit of darkness. Well, that's depressing.
Hopefully you're able to like read all this. It's not too fast.
Yeah, I'm able to read all of it. It's
Okay. Good.
fine. You haven't been paying attention. Be grateful you have someone to keep you company. Okay, so he acknowledges that.
Riku's story is very much about his struggle with darkness and therefore his character development. You'll see.
Yeah. For like me, you were one of the dark. Ha. I turned to darkness because my heart was weak. I hate that weakness. I mean, it's a common trait.
Yeah.
To be your own worst enemy. You cast out the darkness and you hate yourself for it. So let me fight you with
Why do you
darkness.
shun the darkness?
Come on, I know you heard me. Every word I said to Maleficent.
Darkness is your weapon. It is time you learned you must accept it.
Second person trying to
What
do
do you
this to him.
mean?
Stop resisting. Accept the darkness. You have no choice. If you are to serve me again.
That's a different voice for him.
I thought it was you.
It is.
Handsome.
Yeah.
Oh,
His voice actor is different from KH1, and his model, at least in Chain of Memories, is different. He uses like his older model because the cutscenes are pre-rendered.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, after KH1, Billy Zane never voices Ansem again. It's always Richard Epcar from this point onward. So
You know, I'm slightly disappointed by that.
Yeah, Billy Zane did a really good job.
I
In my
really
opinion.
liked
It's not that Eckhart does a bad job. It's just that Zane did a better job.
Zane's voice acting for Handsome in the first game was like so seductive and buttery smooth. I freaking loved it. Like it
Yeah,
made me really
agreed.
unsettled, but I loved it.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, you don't seem surprised.
All you have been talking about is the darkness. I can only assume you want to pull me back in so you can play puppet master.
Clever boy.
Clever
I
girl.
knew you'd be the one to most appropriately serve me. And now, surrender to me again.
You're crazy! Not a chance! Ugh. Ah!
Foolish
Did you
boy.
really think you could do me harm? A weakling like you couldn't even defeat Sora, and you had darkness on your side.
Oh, excuse me for being weak.
You are weak. You need darkness. Surrender. Bow to darkness. Bow to me.
That's not gonna happen.
Only the darkness can offer to you all of the strength that you will need.
You're wrong.
There he
Cue
is.
the bad Mickey voice acting.
That voice. Your Majesty?
That's right. Remember, Riku, you're not alone.
Yeah, that's pretty mediocre Mickey acting.
The reason for that is because he has the same voice actor as KH1 and KH2, and when Recon was in development, he was like struggling with like really bad diabetes, and it was affecting his ability to voice act.
That would make sense.
And he died not too long after Recon came out.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
and he's since been replaced. The new actor, he's not as good. He's gotten better over time, but he doesn't compare to like the few lines he had in KH1 and his KH2 performance. Mickey gets a lot more screen time in KH2. And the new actor just
I mean,
doesn't do
it
as
doesn't
good a
take
job.
much screen time to have more screen time than he did in the first game.
Yeah,
He had a few minutes of screen time in the first game.
yeah. His performance in this game is grating, to say the least. But it's a Disney thing. They don't replace their actors until they die, even if this case he gives a bad performance. So we'll just have to deal with it.
I mean, not that you can, fault him for it.
Listen close. The light will never give up on you. You'll always find it, even in the deepest darkness.
I got it. I won't lose to darkness. Not today.
Not today,
You
Satan.
think that feeble little light will save you from the darkness that I command?
Well, I mean, even a speck of light can be visible in the darkest dark. I mean, should be pretty obvious.
But so if you're actually playing the game, this would be like a tutorial fight that would kind of explain Riku's new mechanics,
Oh,
because he has a few new combat mechanics that Sword doesn't. So yeah, just bit of trivia.
random stuff that I don't care about.
Yep.
What?
For a
That
good
all
reason.
you got?
It seems to me that you are intent on resisting the darkness. All right, then see it for yourself. This is a card crafted from your memory. Advance through the world it creates, and soon you will understand. Chasing after light is not the way. It will not give you distance from the darkness. There is no running from the darkness.
Don't worry, I'm not running. Give it. I'll enter the world, and in the end, if I haven't given in to the darkness, then I win.
I have one more gift for you.
What'd you do?
I simply tempered the darkness that yet remains in your heart.
You still think that I'd rely on darkness?
That's spoopy.
To use it or not is your choice. I'll be waiting, Riku, for you to sense it and yield to the darkness in your heart.
Holy cow, I'm yawning like crazy and I hate it.
So if you were playing the game, this is when Ricky would get access to dark mode in combat. But in terms of the story, it's not relevant until most of the way through.
Okay,
So we'll get there.
fair enough. You know, over the next hour.
Yeah.
That's emo boy hair.
Yeah, it is.
I wanted hair
Don't
like
I
that, but
even
my hair's too
warrant a
thin.
Hello, Lexius.
What is going on here, Zexion? I want an explanation.
Nice to see you too, Vexen. It's such a shame. The organization used to be the rope that bound us together.
You're only number 6. How dare you?
Let it go, Vexen.
Vexen seems to be pretty, can't think of the word. He seems to be pretty caught up on the numbers of the
Cocky.
organization.
What did you detect?
Yeah, he is.
Visitors. I picked up 2 scents in the castle's lowest basement. One of them was Maleficent.
Don't be absurd. The witch is gone. She cannot return from the realm of darkness of her own volition.
If you would let me finish. The scent belonged not to the real Maleficent, but to a very convincing double. But I truly cannot say much beyond that, since the double is no more. Our other visitor saw to that.
And who is it?
I do not know for
Intimidating
sure,
voice.
but the scent was very similar to that of the Superior.
The Superior is their leader.
Which, yeah, that makes sense.
And yet, not exactly the same, was it? This truly piques my curiosity.
Now, what to do?
We wait. See what develops.
Something smells funny. What's that scent? It's so familiar.
Louis bringing up sense again.
Darkness.
Yeah.
It's the smell of darkness.
This is going to be a theme. I don't know why. Like darkness having a scent is a thing in Chain of Memories, but it is for some strange reason. It never happens again.
Because, you know, Kingdom Hearts likes to bring in a lot of random things for a little bit and then just don't do anything again.
Yeah, it's just this weird one-off concept that like never happens again. I don't understand why.
Can't believe this is happening. The darkness even seeped into my skin.
Don't worry, Riku.
Your Majesty!
Got his shirt back.
Yeah, that's right, because he was shirtless in the first
What
game.
happened? I can see right through you.
Funny, huh? I can only send a bit of my power to this place. That's why I've got a request for you.
Request?
Listen, Riku. Just because darkness holds you, don't let go of who you are. You've got to fight the darkness inside you. It won't be easy to do, I know. But please don't forget, even in the darkest darkness, there's always a little bit of light.
Light within darkness.
You and I have seen it. The far welcoming light inside the door to darkness. The light of Kingdom Hearts. It will show you the way. Please don't give up. Believe in the light. That's a request from my heart.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Trust me, I'll try to find a way to reach you. I'll get there. I promise.
There's the concept of promising again.
Oh. You're an illusion.
Don't worry. We shook hands in our hearts, remember? We're connected, you and me.
Guess we are.
I have identified the scent. It is Riku.
Of course, it's the
Riku, you
emo
say?
boy who can smell.
Has he emerged from
Yeah,
the realm of
he would be.
darkness?
His existence, it was once doubled in the darkness.
Fascinating. That's why you mistook him for the superior. The dark power given to Riku facilitated his escape from its realm.
What I want to know is why he appeared here in Castle Oblivion.
That's really quite simple. His existence resonates with that of another hero.
Mr. Sora.
Sora is in the castle?
He arrived earlier. Marluxia is already using Naminé's unique powers to meddle with Sora's heart.
Without even bothering to consult us.
It seems he desperately wants the Keyblade Master for himself. What a foolish plan indeed. Sora's is not such an interesting existence. The entity that holds true value is Riku, the hero of darkness. I take it you're Riku.
Are you with Ansem?
You are half correct. Let us say that he is not the Ansem with which you are familiar. He is Ansem, and he is not Ansem. Perhaps a nobody best conveys the idea.
Riddles were never my thing. Try again.
He belongs to neither the light
one
nor
way
the
to
dark,
counteract
but walks
that.
the twilight between.
He's referring to their leader again.
Catching on now? Oh yes. You also stand in between the light and the darkness. It appears we have much in common.
Maybe. Like you said, there really is darkness left inside of me. But so what? Darkness is my enemy. And so are you for reeking of that awful smell.
Oh, so it's a fight you want.
And it's only a
Very
concept
good.
in Riku's
I
part.
shall take you on.
I don't know.
I don't think Center Spell was ever brought up in Sora's part.
I find coursing through you there is a darkness of formidable power growing. Well worth the trouble of aggravating you.
Well, I mean, also keep in mind, like, Sora didn't have any sort of like affinity for the darkness like Riku has.
That's true.
So, I mean, he's been around it since KH1 at this point. So, I mean, like, while the whole darkness having a scent thing is kind of stupid, it makes sense from Riku's perspective.
Yeah. I mean, it makes as much sense as it can.
Right.
All this excitement has provided me with invaluable data.
What?
Many thanks, Riku.
It was a trick all along.
What's happening to Sora?
Naminé's powers are being used to shuffle his memories as we speak. Marluxia may well succeed in getting his puppet. Sora would be a valuable asset to the organization. But Marluxia and Laxine's actions, they leave me quite uneasy.
And then there is Axel. Who knows what that one is thinking?
Vexen should take care of this. His replica is soon to be completed.
But Vexen despises Marluxia. Think of the mess it would make.
So we must tell him. Isn't it better that Vexen clean up the mess than leave it to us?
Guy makes me feel uncomfortable. The one with the low voice and the very chiseled
What are you
face.
supposed to be?
Yeah.
Surprised?
Lexius doesn't really get like a ton of screen time, and he's honestly like the most one-off member of the organization out of any of them. He's by far like the least developed. Like this is the only game he gets voice acting in. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I guess you should be.
Oh.
After all, I look just like you.
Riku meets replica.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I am. I'm an exact replica of
David
you
Gallagher
that
talks to
Vexen
himself.
made from your data. So you're a fake me. Not
No, he
fake.
literally just said that, Riku.
I don't care if you're real. You're not better. We share the same body and the same talents.
Not the way it works.
But there is one easy way to tell us apart, though. Unlike you, I fear nothing. Are you calling me a coward? You're afraid of the dark. The darkness inside you still frightens you, no matter what you say.
How people imagine schizophrenics.
But I'm different. I embrace the darkness. I can make it do whatever I want. So, I can wipe the floor with you.
And I'm assuming this is the same replica that Sora fights.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
fake!
This is actually the first time he's fought either of them. He fights Riku before he fights Sora.
Yeah,
So,
I figured that would make sense in the timeline.
mhm.
I thought I heard you say you were gonna wipe the floor with me. Don't forget I'm still new. I'll get stronger and stronger. The next time we fight, you're finished. Then let's fight now!
That's the second time that's happened.
It's nice having darkness on my side.
Won't be the last either.
You are so missing out. How could you be scared of something that can be so thrilling?
And what's funny is that it it gets even more violent the next time it happens.
Oof, so it just gets worse with each time. Because
Yeah.
he already tried that with
Enough!
whoever it was. I think it was Vexen.
So now the
Yeah, he
coward
tried
is
it with
playing
Vexen, he
tough.
tried it with Ansem, now he's tried it with Riku Replica.
So long, real
Oh yeah.
thing. Hope you don't miss me.
Let's just keep
Come
on
back!
running towards them and jumping on them.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll work this time.
No way. I'm not a coward.
We're moving pretty quick here, but that's because Riku doesn't have text cutscenes in the Disney worlds, and he also doesn't have like a cutscene at the end or beginning of every floor. So
Oh yeah, true.
yeah, so we're moving along pretty quick here.
Yeah, pretty quick. Slightly unsettling.
So, how was the real thing?
He's spineless. In no time at all, I'll be better than him.
In the meantime, would you be interested in meeting another who's considered a hero?
You mean Sora. I hear he's somewhere in the castle. You want me to take care of him?
We'll see. Yes. I intend to make good use of you.
No worries. The real Riku is nothing. Sora won't be either. They're no match for me.
In that
So
lighting,
nice,
Sora,
isn't it?
or in that lighting, Riku looks a lot like a female. The lighting and the blue face
Come
made his
out!
face look feminine
Show
for some
yourself,
reason.
fake!
Fake? Oh no. That's not exactly the right word.
What are you saying? Isn't he just a copy of me?
More like a model. He is an example of what you should try to be. He accepts the darkness. Just like you once couldn't help but accept me. But now you are afraid. Perhaps you are the one who is being fake. Fake when you pretend to have no fear.
When have I been afraid of the dark?
Inside of the card worlds, you grapple desperately with the darkness. Desperation is fear. You fight the darkness because it is what frightens you.
Be quiet!
There it is again, but he doesn't fall on his back that time.
Stubborn boy.
At least he recovered that time.
Yes.
Then continue your fight if you must. Eventually, you will learn. You cannot resist the darkness.
It's kind of funny, because when you're playing the game, you kind of don't see that, but when you're watching all these cutscenes back to back, and because of how few there are compared to Sora, you realize he does that a lot.
Yeah, true. For sure. I mean, you never know. I might have noticed if I was playing, but just like this, it's not that hard to tell. Like,
Yeah.
every few minutes
How
it
can we
happens.
help you, Vexen? It's not...
Do you remember this cutscene?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is one from Sora's story. We didn't see it obviously in full, because they obviously couldn't spoil who the Riku replica was before the reveal. But now, because we know who the Riku replica is, we can see it in full.
Okay.
Very often we see you topside.
So it's the
I came
unabridged
to lend you a hand.
scene.
Correct.
You obviously believe this Sora has much potential, but I remain unconvinced he is truly worth such coddling. I think an experiment would show if he really is of any value to us.
Well, here we go again. It's just an excuse, so you can carry out your little experiments, that's all.
I'm a scientist. Experiments are what I do. Yes.
Whatever. You can do what you want. But you know, I think testing Sora is just a cover for testing your valet.
Valet? He's the product of pure research.
What he actually is a toy.
You should just learn to be quiet.
Anyway, since you came all this way, you're gonna need this. A humble gift to my elder. I hope you use it to put on a very good show for us.
And that's where it cut before.
Correct.
It was right when his legs.
That card holds the
Came in.
memories of Sora and Riku's home.
It's just a card. What good is that?
With a little help from Naminé, you'll have all the real Riku's memories. Maybe we can get her to make you forget you're nothing but a fake. In other words, we'll remake your heart so you can be exactly the same as the real Riku, okay?
You want to remake my heart? The real Riku is a wimp who's afraid of the dark. What do I want with the heart of a loser?
Any objections, Vexen? After all, you do want to test Sora, don't you?
It must be done.
How can you? Are you betraying me?
I told you I would make good use of you, didn't I?
No.
Relax, kiddo. I don't think it's gonna hurt that much.
I'll hurt you.
He learned from the best of them.
Yeah.
Stupid little toy. Think you could defeat me? Where would you ever get a thought like that? But look on the bright side. Along with everything else in your head, Naminé will erase the memory of me knocking you flat. Instead, she will implant the loveliest little memories you could ever hope for. It's no big deal that they're all lies.
No. No!
Ironically, I think Riku's replica is more of a child than Riku is.
Yeah, that scene is kind of weird.
It's very strange.
Yeah. Like, within, like, the plot perspective, like, it's interesting, but, like, some of Reed's replica's deliveries there are a little weird.
Yeah, for sure. They're way more accentuated.
Why so glum, Namine? Is there something that's been troubling you? Are you feeling awful about tinkering with Sora's memory? Or maybe you...
Cut it out, Larxene. Namine? She doesn't want to remember Sora.
Is that so?
Don't worry. Whatever's hurting you, I'll make it go away. I swear it on this. The good luck charm you gave me. See ya.
So yeah, he's basically been reprogrammed.
That's just amazing! It's almost like you completely made his heart from scratch. Nice touch with the good luck charm. I didn't know you could use memories to transform objects like cards into keepsakes. You used the same trick on Sora, right? You changed Kairi's good luck charm with your magic, didn't you? It won't be long before Sora forgets about Kairi completely, and then he'll be all yours to...
He won't forget.
Huh?
No matter how much I change his memory, Sora will never forget Kairi. Memories of me, more false memories of me, will just make his feelings for Kairi even stronger than before. Because I'm the shadow of Kairi.
What's your problem with that? That should be your incentive not to screw anything up. Just do a good job rewriting Sora's heart, then you can actually be somebody, and no longer just Kairi's shadow. You'll be real in Sora's heart.
Vexen is no more.
Yes, his scent is gone. Axel struck him down, something I find deplorable. Agents of the organization striking each other down.
Our problem is Sora. Vexen proved to be no match for him. Yet he's still under Namine's control.
But we cannot eliminate Sora, can we?
Correct. For our superior, he is in dire need of the Hero of Light. When light loses sight of its path, we may find use for the dark. What we must do is obtain the darkness.
Riku, of course.
Just one card left. If I get through this, will I be free of the darkness?
What in the world is that weapon? What?
That scent.
It's a
You're another
tomahawk.
one of those nobodies.
Say what?
You've done well
It's a tomahawk.
thus far.
Oh, okay.
But to
Basically, what a
possess your
huge sword
powers
size
again,
axe.
Yeah, I mean,
fear the dark.
I can see it, but it's so
What a
weird looking.
waste.
I do not fear it.
I sense that you do. You're also capable of controlling the darkness. Cast away your useless fear. Open your heart. Embrace the darkness.
And if I say no,
then you lose both light and darkness. And disappear.
He's strong, boy.
I, Lexius, will not yield to the frail heart of an infantile coward. Now, stop resisting. And let the darkness in.
I don't think anybody has the forearm strength to be able to wield a weapon like that. At least not one that big.
You're finished!
Don't mock me!
Well, that time he hit the ceiling and the floor.
Yeah, I told you it got more
You were
violent.
too much trouble.
Wow. Don't tell me that's Riku accepting the darkness again.
Too slow.
Oh god, of course it was.
You are the superiors. Forgive me, Zexion. This was a fight I should not have started.
Is he dead now?
Yep.
Oof. So that's like 4 of the organization dead just in this game?
Yep. So I'm kind of going to explain the implication of that scene because it actually changes from the original.
Oh.
So Ansem like very briefly took over Riku there, which is why you heard like the double speak from page 1. That isn't the case in the original, or at least you can't really tell because there's no voice acting. So like what happened is he still went into his dark mode and he killed him by phasing through him. But he like Lexius basically like this huge like darkness explosion to take him down with him instead of just fading away.
Oh.
So the implication in the original was different. He took him down with him instead of Riku like fading into darkness because of his own decision. I guess if that makes sense.
It makes enough sense, I guess.
I see you now.
So like the reason he's here is because he accepted the darkness, whereas in the original he's here because Lexius took him down with him.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Definitely a different connotation.
Mm-hmm.
Lexius?
Yeah, because in the original there was no voice acting.
I can see your
If they did it that way, it wouldn't make any sense.
No, it's not. Darkness this foul could only be...
That's it. Remember me. Let me drift into your heart.
Ansem!
You called out my name. You have been thinking about me. You're afraid of the darkness I command. Good. The more you think of me, the closer my return draws. And when I have awoken, I will take hold. Your heart will be mine!
Riku, fight! Don't let him win!
Your Majesty!
You meddlesome king!
I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling Mickey Mouse.
The king. He protected me. Your Majesty? Where are you? Please answer! You're with me, aren't you?
Lexius is gone as well.
Vexen, Larxene, Lexius. I wonder who will be next in line.
I thought perhaps it might be you.
Me? No way. I already took my pounding from Sora. He thinks I'm done for good.
So you may have already figured this out because, like, the effect that Axel had when he died wasn't like everybody else. He's not dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody else had much more dramatic stuff.
Yeah, it's not even the fact that it was so dramatic, but you could, like, if you looked at like the effect on him when he died, he was like all purple and stuff, and like everybody else has been like black and white and
Yeah.
like kind of glitchy. Yeah, he faked his death.
What
Like
a
I
meanie
said,
face.
Axel. What?
I said, what a meanie face.
Yeah. Axel has, like I said, he has ulterior motives, and he's doing whatever he has to do to see it through. And that continues in
No,
Riku's story.
I think it'll be Marluxia next. For defying the organization and targeting Sora. I hope he moves exactly as his heart commands him to. So, what about you? I thought you guys had plans for Riku.
Yes, we were going to set him off against the traitors. But with Marluxia gone, there is no more need. He is nothing but a nuisance now.
And he's dangerous as well. After all, he took down Lexius.
You know, that is not how I do things. Tell me, did you obtain the data on Riku's home?
What? One of the senses died. A really strong one. Huh?
The keeper of this castle, Marluxia, has just been felled by the Keyblade Master.
So this takes place right at the
Keyblade.
end of Sora's part.
You mean Sora?
Right.
Sora?
Like I said, Sora is a even though Riku is like on the basement floors, Sora is like a couple floors ahead of him, so to speak. So,
Yeah.
he just finished his campaign.
Sora
Okay.
is here?
Yes. Want to see him? But can you face him?
What's that mean?
The world of darkness and some shadow still nest within your heart. Do you plan to face Sora like that? Are you not ashamed? Sora's fate is to battle the darkness. He must oppose anyone who hosts the dark. In other words, it's you. If you don't believe the words I say, then you had best see the truth with your own eyes.
This card. This is our...
Yes. It is your home.
I like this emo boy. He intrigues me.
Yeah, Zexion is cool. He's not really like a fighter type. He's really his shtick is that he's like a tactician.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of his whole thing.
And then there's Kyrie all of a sudden.
Huh? Huh? This is... that night!
All of the islands you grew up on were sundered, scattered. Many hearts were forever lost to the darkness. Because of what you did! You hated being an islander, so you opened the door to darkness and destroyed the islands. It was you!
Is this real, or
You were
is
pulled
that
into
like
the darkness
him
then.
trying to trick Riku into thinking it was his fault?
He's tricking him to manipulate him. Like he said earlier, kind of like Marluxia is trying to use Sora.
Okay.
Now that Marluxia's been defeated, Zexion is trying to turn Riku to their side, because at this point they can't turn Sora to their side because Marluxia's already dead. So
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, because, like, you know, all the other worlds were being swallowed by darkness, too, so it's like, that would be very coincidental for all these worlds to have opened the door to darkness.
right.
So, they couldn't have been Riku's fault. It was just correlation doesn't equal causation.
Yeah, right. He's just manipulating him.
Yeah. Poor Riku.
And now you belong to the darkness. You should look. Look at what you truly are!
Is that a boss fight in the game?
Yeah, dark side.
How did I know, you know, the first game wouldn't be the only time you see him? Despite Darkseid just being Darkseid.
Sora!
There's Sora.
Sora!
Or at least a memory of him.
Sora, it's me. Ah! What?
Yeah, definitely not real Sora.
Definitely
Definitely not
Sora.
real Sora.
Don't you recognize me? Yeah, I recognize you. I can see exactly what you've become. How can the light hurt you? Riku, have you really become a creature of the dark? You're not Riku anymore. You're just a pawn of the darkness. So be it. It's time for you to face the light! I'm fading. Fading away into the light.
You won't fade. You can't fade. There's no power that can defeat you. Not the light, not the dark. So don't run from the light, and don't fear the darkness, because both will make you stronger.
Make me stronger? Darkness too?
Yeah, strength that's yours. The darkness inside your heart, it's vast and it's deep. But if you can, truly stare into it and never try to look away, you won't be afraid of anything again.
All this time I've tried to push the darkness away.
You've got to just remember to be brave. Know that the darkness is there and don't give in. If you do that, you will gain strength. The kind that's unlike any other. You'll be able to escape the deepest darkness.
And I'll be able to see through the brightest light.
Follow the darkness. It'll show you the way to your friends.
Can I face them?
You don't want to?
You know I do. Of course. And I will. With my strength. My dark strength. Darkness!
Character development. Character development.
Possible.
What am I watching?
When you were there in the light.
What is going on?
Darkness. Even the light can't block the
As soon
smell.
as Nominee showed up there with Kyrie, I was like, wait. Oh no.
So the implication there is that like, she was basically disguising herself as Kyrie to kind of push Riku's character development there, and to get him to like accept the darkness and realize that he can use it. But I mean, honestly, in my opinion, there's like a double meaning there, because you kind of remember before when Name said she was Kyrie's shadow.
Yeah.
Like that's important too, and I think that's part of it. And again, you're not gonna like know the full context of that until you play KH2. So
Yeah, man. I mean, that was just another one of those moments where, you know, Nominee's shadow or whatever shows up alongside Kyrie there, and I was just like, you know, the whole slight jaw drop thing, and I just look at the camera and I'm just like,
yeah, the implication is that
goodness.
she's just disguising herself as Kyrie,
Okay.
basically.
That's very
But
different.
it's also tying back to that she mentioned she's Kyrie's shadow.
Yeah. It's kind of
Which,
weird because
again, we'll get into what that really means later.
yeah.
I guess I followed the darkness right to you.
This is absurd. Then I shall make you see that your hopes are nothing. Nothing but a mere illusion.
So in this version of the game, Zexion is actually a boss fight, but in the original he wasn't.
Oh,
So this was actually added in the remake.
nice.
Yeah.
After all your protests, you're still like us on the side of darkness.
I know who I am.
When did that happen? You were always terrified of the dark before.
Not anymore!
That was ever so slightly violent. So that's another one dead.
No, he's not dead.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, that better not be another death. 'Cause that's a lot.
What is he? No one's ever won the darkness the way that he does. It's impossible.
What was that?
Oh yes, the replica, of course. We can use this Riku to defeat the real one. Axel?
Wouldn't you like to be real? All you need is the kind of power that the real Riku doesn't have. If you can get that, you can be a new person, not Riku, nor anybody else. You won't just be a copy of someone, you will be unique, your own self.
Axel! What are you saying to him?
You know, he's as good a place to start as any.
You can't do this! No! No! No!
So sorry, Zexian. You just found out way too much.
Again, Axel is serving his own interests.
Oh my gosh.
Also, that's like the second person he's killed. Yeah, now he's dead.
There's so many of these people that have died in the organization this game. So many.
Yeah, the replica actually absorbed them. So yeah,
Oh goodness.
not really sure why, but he does.
Riku,
Who's there?
I know you can feel it. The grip that I have on your heart. You have led in the darkness, Riku. That means very soon your heart shall become an all-consuming darkness.
I'm not like that now.
Yes, you are.
Ah! Can't move.
The deeper the darkness runs inside you, the stronger I become. Controlling you is effortless.
And of course, there's Mickey again.
Must you interfere again?
Ooh, sure glad I made it in time. That ought to keep Ansem busy for a while. Sorry I couldn't come here sooner, Riku.
Your Majesty, is it you?
Uh-huh. Whoa! That tickles!
This
How is he
time,
here
not an
now?
illusion. I'm so glad that you can make it here.
I made a promise to
It's not really explained, at least that I can tell.
Because of course it's not.
you that I would find a way, didn't I? Oh,
I'm okay. Don't worry. Guess I'm just relieved. I've been alone so long that having someone else around is a little overwhelming. But how did you make it here? I thought it was too far.
I found a card to help me.
Cringe voice acting.
I needed a way out of the realm of darkness. And then suddenly this card appeared right in front of me. When I picked it up, I could see your heart beyond the darkness. That's what let me find you. I guess the card thought its place was to be with you.
Some of the lines seem to be fine, but some of them aren't
Maybe you were right.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of his lines are pretty good. The rest aren't that great, unfortunately. His longer lines are bad. The ones that
Probably
are,
because he's keeping the voice up for longer.
yeah,
Is what that is.
yeah, because the shorter lines seem to be pretty fine, actually.
Where am I? What is this place?
Is this the same place that Sora went to?
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
It's called Twilight Town, by the way.
Twilight Town?
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. You wouldn't know that because it doesn't tell you the name of the world unless you actually play the game and get the intro. But yeah, this place is called Twilight Town. Should have mentioned that.
Okay.
Majesty?
You must battle me all alone. Against my dark powers.
Yeah, I definitely missed the other Ansem's voice actor.
Same.
What's this? Are you giving up? Finally ready to surrender to your fate?
You're not the true Ansem. Your scent is different. The Ansem in my heart smells darker. The odor is more foul. But your scent just isn't that. It's not darkness. It's something else. I finally understand. You're the one who guided me when it started. You came to me pretending to be Ansem. You gave me the card to make me face the darkness.
That is correct. Diz, or so I am known.
Excuse me, what?
You, I've watched you all along.
Really? Who are you? And what do you want from me?
For you to choose.
Choose?
You are a special entity. You exist between light and dark. You stand in the twilight. You are to meet Naminé, then choose.
Naminé? Who's that?
You will know soon.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know Naminé yet. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
I was going to say, I was like, what? But then I realized that was Replica Riku that she was messing with.
Yeah, it was. So, do you remember how I told you that Christopher Lee plays a character in KH2?
Oh, is that his character?
Yes, but he's on Christopher Lee only voices him in KH2, but this is that character.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of screen time in Chain of Memories, but he is introduced here. He will get more screen time in KH2, and you'll also kind of find out like who he is and stuff. Yeah, he just gets introduced here. You'll find out more about him in KH2. This is also an acronym for something. You'll find that out in the reports in KH2.
Okay.
It's both an acronym and an alias. That's not his real identity.
Oh, the DIZ, Diz?
Yeah.
Okay. That would make sense.
Maybe Naminé is here. Hold it!
And there's Replica again. I keep on thinking it's almost done, but there's like 20 minutes.
We are almost done. This is 412.
Your own darkness.
Or 411. Riku only has 12 floors. This is 411. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we're almost done.
It doesn't frighten you anymore. How can you tell? Because I'm you. No, I'm me. I'm me, he says. Must be nice being real. A fake like me could never get away with saying that. That's right. I'm a phony. A fake. The way I look, the way I feel, everything I remember. And even this newfound power.
Which he got from the Zorbrings Exec team, by the way.
I thought finding some new strength. I could finally be someone who's not at all you. But nothing changes. I'm still just empty. Everything about me is borrowed. As long as you're around, I'll never be more than a shadow.
Replica Riku is definitely very aggressive.
Oh yeah.
So, it's over. Death doesn't frighten me. Good riddance to a phony life. My heart was never real. I'm sure even what I'm feeling now is probably all fake. What are you feeling? What happens when a fake dies? One like me. Where will my heart go? Does it disappear? It'll go somewhere. Maybe to the same place as mine. A faithful replica until the very end. That's okay.
Yeah, so he's dead now.
There was a lot of death in this game.
Yeah.
Are you Naminé?
Yes.
I see. That was you.
Huh?
Forget it. Nothing.
Please?
He's referring to the scene on Destiny Islands where
Oh, where she popped up for a bit with Kyrie.
correct. Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, I was like, ha.
This way.
And there's Sora. There's Sleepy Boy Sora.
Sora! What have you done to Sora?
Nothing. He's just asleep. To get his memory back.
So, Sora chose to forget about this castle and get his old memories back?
You have a choice to make too.
Why me too? No one's messed with my memories.
It's not your memories. It's your darkness. In your heart there is darkness. And in that darkness is Ansem. He may be at bay for now, but eventually he'll wake, and he will take over you just like he did before. But I have powers you can use. With my powers, I can put a tight lock on your heart. That way, Ansem could never come out from inside you.
What happens to me if I let you do that? Will I forget? Everything? Like Sora? I'll have to.
The darkness in you will be sealed tight just like your memory. You'll stop remembering the darkness. You'll go back to how you were. Riku, please choose.
He doesn't even look worried. Will I sleep like that too?
Yes.
Figures. Sora always did as he pleased. Whatever we'd be doing together, he'd find a way to slack off. Even trying to leave the islands. I did all the work on the raft by myself.
Debatable. But
That's
okay.
it.
Very debatable.
When this slacker wakes up, I'll tell him off. I told him to take care of Kyrie, and here he is just taking a nap. But I can't chew him out like he deserves, if I've been asleep. I don't need my heart locked. I'm ready. I'm gonna fight Ansem.
But what if his darkness overtakes you?
If that happens, then the darkness will show me the way.
Yes. That's true.
Why do I get the feeling that you knew I would say that?
I didn't know. I hoped. I wanted you to face the darkness. Because you're the one who can.
So that's the reason. That's why you came to my rescue inside that light. In the form of Kyrie.
When'd you know?
I knew when I met you. You and Kyrie smell the same.
That comes out a little awkward.
Yeah.
Look after Sora.
The whole scent thing is just weird.
There's a very much better metaphor they could have used for that, but, you know, whatever.
Whatever.
Oh. Gosh. I guess you decided not to go to sleep.
How'd you know that?
I heard it from Diz.
This is low-key kind of terrifying in a way.
You know him?
Well, I'm not sure. Got a feeling that I've met him somewhere.
Hey, who are you?
I could be nobody, or anybody. It is up to you whether you choose to believe in me or not.
Boy, you really like pushing decisions on other people.
And you have pushed away slumber, making the choice to face Ansem.
Do you think I'm reckless?
You have chosen your own path.
Are you supporting me? Or are you abandoning me?
That will be your choice as well.
What's this?
The organization will pursue you. Like a pack of hunting dogs, they will sneak up on you if they sense your presence. However, this cloak that is worn by nobodies will render their eyes and their noses useless. The ears, not so. They wear this to give themselves protection from being devoured by darkness. Is it clear? Even the organization cannot rule the darkness.
Doesn't matter. I won't run from the darkness.
The card will draw out your heart's darkness. Finish your business with Ansem.
Come on. Let's go. He said this card will draw Ansem out.
Don't worry. We can defeat him together.
Sorry. I've got to face him alone.
But why?
There's no point in doing this if I can't do it on my own. But I do need a favor. If Ansem is the victor, he's going to enslave me. If that happens, use your powers to destroy...
Of course! I'll be right there to save you.
Huh? No, that's not it. I want you to destroy...
No way! No matter what happens, I'm gonna be right there to help you. I promise you that. Unless you don't believe I'll come through for you.
I choose to believe in you. Always, Your Majesty.
And I in you. You're not gonna lose. I know it.
Thanks. Ansem! Where are you? Show yourself!
Why in such a hurry? I'll be here at the very heart of darkness, watching you plunge into the same darkness inside of you.
I smell you, Ansem. Show yourself.
I have watched you fight. I know your strength. Your skill with darkness has grown. It has become more mature. And yet why? Why do you accept the darkness, but still refuse me? You know you and I are similar. We both follow where the darkness leads. Indeed, we are the same. So why? Does some part of your heart still have a fear of the dark?
That's not it. The truth is, I just can't stand your foul stench.
You are a fool.
I hate
You
the
should
smell
know
and
my
scent stuff.
power
It's
as
so
well
whack.
by now.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, I know. Or did you forget? I used all the power you had to give, and Sora still beat me. I'm not at all impressed with your powers.
Very well.
In that case, you shall sink into the abyss!
That gives me Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah, I'll bet it does. Yeah, this final boss of Riku's story is probably one of the hardest fights in the game, honestly.
Insolent brat!
I'm glad I don't have to experience getting PTSD from Ansem again.
This
I already
is
went through that.
the end.
This is hardly the end. Your darkness, I gave it all to you. My dark shadow lingers. Someday, I will return!
Sora. Kairi.
Gosh, Riku, I know you wanted to do this alone, but you don't mind getting a little help, do ya?
How cheeky.
I mean, he probably would have been stuck in the realm of darkness again had he not come and helped, so.
Yep.
Now they're on the ground floor.
So, Riku, what happens next? Are you going home?
I can't go home. Not yet. It's still here. It's really faint, but I can sense him. So, I think his darkness may still have a hold on me.
Your darkness belongs to you, just the same way your light does. Up till now, I thought darkness was something that should never exist. Then, I spent time with you and changed my mind. The road you chose, I didn't know. Light and dark, back to back. With you, I think they might meet in a way nobody's seen before. Wonder where that road leads. I'd like to see myself.
Huh?
I'd like to walk the road with ya.
Your Majesty, I'm really flattered. I don't know what to say.
Gosh, Riku, you know you don't have to call me that now. We're pals.
Fair enough, Mickey.
Mickey looks like Angie Boy 2.0.
What are you making me choose now?
Between the road to light and the road to darkness.
Neither suits me. I'm taking the middle road.
Do you mean the Twilight Road to Nightfall?
No. It's the road to dawn.
So yeah, Riku's story. So this is like, this is part of the credits. You can probably see it over in the right side. Credits are scrolling by. They just cut it, I guess, because it's basically the same as Riku, except for like a couple of these like plot bits that happen. So this isn't Hollow Bastion. It's just to an area you haven't been yet, because it's like it's part of part of Hollow Bastion that's in Cage 2. So it's not part that you went to. And here's this character again that we saw in Sora's story.
Yeah.
And there's Axel. This will be important later.
I'm sure it will.
So that's Cage 2, Riku, right there. Yeah. He's it's hard to tell from this angle, but he's a lot taller and has longer hair.
Yeah, definitely.
'Cause this
seems
is
to be
like-
a lot bigger.
This is like probably like 6 months later in time. So, yeah. And this is the epilogue.
Okay.
So yeah, you start Cage 2 playing as that guy.
My brain hurts. Yeah. Well, hey there, thanks again for making it to the very end of this video and this watch party as a whole. I appreciate you all sticking around for this. Come back again tomorrow, the day before Thanksgiving, for a critical analysis and my interpretations of the story implications of this game, especially as it partially relates to Kingdom Hearts 1, a Let's Play that I started publishing on the channel almost 2 months ago at the time of this video's release. Again, thanks for watching. I hope all of you have a phenomenal Thanksgiving break and subsequent start to your Christmas season. I think we all deserve a little good tidings and cheer this year. Stay safe, guys, and I'll be back again in the next one.